Hey everybody, how are y'all doing? What is what is this? I don't know what that was, but anyway, I hope y'all are doing great. Happy post holidays. I hope y'all had a wonderful Christmas and a wonderful New Year's. So again, I haven't been on, partially because I don't know what to do for you guys, but partially because I have done it again. So, do you remember when I talked about me breaking my toe? Well, I didn't further break it. Alright, it's healing. It's doing great right now. I still have to wear a post-op boot or shoe if I go anywhere. But I haven't left my house for a week now. It has been 7 days. And that is because I re-broke my knee. And not the left one, but the right one. So the one that I typically drive with. It did snow here. We did have snow. We did have ice here. However, the snow and the ice are not what made me break my knee whatsoever. My parents seem to not get that in their head. But I broke it. So what happened was okay, let me tell you like the whole backstory of this particular knee of mine. So when I was about 14, maybe 15 years old, I broke my knee. This knee. After dance class, my dad took me to a football game, and then we went to eat with one of his friends. I ended up falling on my knee. The left leg went straight out, and my leg, this right leg, bent, and my knee went straight down for the ground, and I ended up fracturing it, dislocating it. I tore a ligament and stretched a tendon all in one stupid fall. People would ask me all the time because they would see my brace that I had on, and they would always be like, what happened? Like, you know. And then I tell them, and when I'm with my uncle and I tell them, we leave, and he's like, you need to change your story. That sounds so freaking lame. You did all that for one fall. And it wasn't even a good story. Oh my gosh. I love my uncle to the bits. He is just absolutely hilarious. So because of that injury, I cannot ride a bike. I cannot even be on a stationary bike because my knee will pop out. It's ridiculous. Every once in a while, my knee would, if I moved the wrong way, my knee would pop out and then pop back in. And all this stuff. There are certain exercises that I used to do all the time that I can't do anymore, which really, really sucks. So also something that's very strange that happens that my grandmother and I have in common is that my knee will every once in a while just randomly give out for a split second while I'm walking, like in the grocery store, at the park, wherever I'm at. So like I'll kind of like, you know, just half-ass trip or whatever. Not really, but like you can see me kind of like struggling. I'm like, oh, like what's happening? So fast forward to 7 days ago. I was walking to my car, and I was walking in the snow that has, you know, in snow that had not yet been stepped in because it's easier to walk. My knee ended up, and it hasn't done this in years since high school. I went to go step, you know, like normal. Took a step with my right knee. When that happened, my knee went all the way out, and then it dislocated itself and relocated itself, causing me to fall. onto the pavement, on the side of the road, on the pavement. My knee hit the pavement, and so I guess it was hard enough for it to break again. It doesn't take much to break me, as you guys can tell. And it has been very difficult. It was very painful. I couldn't make it to class. I didn't go to class at all last week, which made it hard for me to keep up with my assignments. Not only was it that made it hard for me to keep up with my assignments because I wasn't in class. My assignments are online, by the way, but I've been drugged up on Percocet, and if you don't know anything about Percocet, it is a very strong pain relief. It's an opioid, so it makes you like very groggy. And wow. Well, anyway, and for those of you who are super into marijuana, it kind of feels like you're high off of edibles. Is what it kind of feels like. Mixed between it being high off of edibles and a dab. I'm so glad that my parents don't know about this YouTube or haven't found it yet. Anyway, yeah, so it's very strong and it makes you sleep a lot. And for both my classes, there are like a bunch of assignments, and I got almost all of them done. I have like one assignment that I still need to turn in that's going to be late for each class, which is really good. And I did my midterm quizzes. I'm not too confident with those quizzes because I feel so behind because of my injury. Moving around is hard. I take care of myself. You know, I do things for myself. I'm not supposed to put weight on my knee because it will continue to pop out and all that good stuff. But I don't get up unless I need to, and I use a crutch to try and put most of my weight on rather than my knee. Oh, excuse me. But as you guys can see, I am a big girl. So I can't hold all of my weight on that one crutch. And yes, I have a pair of crutches. The other crutch is in my car, and no, I would not use it if it was in this house. It's really hard for me to use a crutch in this house. Our tile is kind of slippery, so that's just not gonna do. And there's not a lot of like space around here anyway for me to use both crutches. I really hate crutches, but using one crutch does help me tremendously take off a bunch of weight off of this knee. There's not a whole lot I can do. I mean, going to the bathroom was a challenge. The moment I got home from the hospital, I had to pee like a racehorse, and the first thing I did was go straight for the washroom. Yeah, it took me like 5 minutes to figure out how to sit down, and then it's just very awkward because I am in a straight leg brace, and it's a brace that's too big, but it's the only size they had. It literally goes from my ankles all the way to my lady bits, and it makes even moving really hard. And oh my gosh, it took me forever to take a shower because I was too scared to be in the shower. But I took a shower this morning. My hair is still kind of damp. Oh, it smells so good. But it was just very frustrating because I'm training my hair so I don't wash my hair for like 4 to 7 days. Lately it's been 7. But I made it my mission to shower because I hate the feeling of being dirty. I don't know about any of y'all, but I hate the feeling of being dirty. It was very scary. Getting into the bathtub wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, but getting out of the bathtub, well, like the shower, because I took a shower, not a bath. Someone had suggested that I sit down in the bathtub and bathe myself, but that wasn't going to work. Because the bathtub is slippery when it gets wet. So how are you going to get yourself back up, you know? But yeah, I had to, it was so awkward because I was facing out, you know, towards the curtain, and I had to stay in that spot. And thank the Lord that we have the handheld shower heads, so that I could take the water off of me at any time that I needed to, so that I could lather myself. Washing my legs was really hard. Well, yeah, because usually, like, I'll put my leg up on the side or whatever, you know, and then my feet. I think the feet was the hardest, honestly. But it was so awkward. Taking a shower was just straight up very awkward. But yeah. But the bright side, I have been losing a few pounds. I don't know how, because there were a couple days where I was just door dashing food because I can't be on my knee. It hurts too bad. And I feel like I'm going to pass out all the time because I was taking Percocet. And some of the food that I was eating was not really ideal for what I want. Like, it wasn't like super bad, but it was not super good either, if you know what I mean. But I have not been eating very much, so maybe that's why. Not eating much and just drinking a crap ton of water this whole time. But I do have an appointment with a knee specialist, an orthopedic appointment, if you will. Tomorrow morning. It's an hour away. It's going to be in a different building than the orthopedics that I go to for my broken toe. It's the next town over, actually, right next to the hospital me and my siblings were born. That was poor English. My siblings and I. Oh my god. Anyway. Yeah, so hopefully I can get a different brace, because this one, I mean, my knee already makes me really uncomfortable, but this brace just makes it more uncomfortable. Like, I can't sit in a chair comfortably. I can't lay down and sleep comfortably. It's hard. It's really hard not being able to move around at night, because I am someone who tosses and turns all the time, trying to get comfortable, and that requires me bending my knees and being on my knees some of the time, and I'm not getting as much sleep as I should, which I don't anyway, because I've got sleep insomnia and a lot of things constantly keep me up. But this doesn't make it any easier. But anyway, that is the update on my life. So I will not be going back to work for at least 2 more months. So I've been trying my best to just work my online business. And it's going slow, but it's getting there. Anyway, I hope everyone is doing swell, smarvelous, wonderful. Yeah, let me know how your Christmas was. Let me know how your New Year's was. And if you celebrate any other holiday that, I didn't talk about or don't know of. Kwanzaa, I don't know when that is. I don't even know when Hanukkah is. I haven't been seeing too much of Hanukkah on social media. But anyway, let me know how your holiday was in the comments below. I have been wanting to do a reaction video for a while, so you might see that in a possible near future. So I'm gonna pop off of here because I need to lie down. Anyway, before I end this video, I want to let you all know that you are beautiful, you are loved, and you are needed. Thank you so much for just simply existing, because you are amazing. Whether you think so or not, you are just